Vitale with American Retirement Advisors with a market overview for the week ending 3/13/2020. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We are having a crazy time with the market volatility due to the coronavirus and the effects it's having on the markets. As we saw last week, we had a 10% up and then a 12% down. Everything is just kind of going crazy right now. We're hoping for some stabilization. We are seeing it's up a little bit today. The market's trying to recover. So let's talk about what happened last week. The U.S. stock market ended a tumultuous week with a 9.3% gain on Friday after the president announced a national emergency plan to combat the effects of the coronavirus. For the week, though, the S&P 500 lost 8.73%, the Russell was down 16.44%, and the NASDAQ fell 8.14%. Now, overseas, the international developed markets, which was the EFA, dropped 18.36%. Emerging markets dropped 11.92%. All sectors experienced drops, with the energy sector down 24.1%, still reeling from the price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia for the oil. Now, with fixed income on Sunday, we saw the Federal Reserve lower its benchmark federal rates by 100 basis points, so 1 full percent, hoping that that's going to help the market rebound. But then on Monday, we saw almost a 13% pullback, which on top of it, which didn't make any sense. So also it expanded its bond repurchase program to at least $700 billion, restarting the quantitative easing program in an effort to ensure financial markets are stable and function, and credit is flowing. So everything's flowing, but this was the second Fed rate cut and interest rates in the last 2 weeks, and the first time the rate has been this low since 2008. Now, with commodities, let's look at oil prices for a minute. We know they pulled back over 20%, but they jumped on Friday afternoon following the president's announcement that the U.S. will buy large quantities of crude oil after the price war between Saudi Arabia and Russia sparked a plunge in the price of oil, which endangered the balance sheet of shale oil production companies. However, prices were down for the week by 23.1%, closing at $31.73 per barrel. Gold, which is a holding in our endowment series and precious metal strategies, fell 9% last week for its worst week in 9 years, as investors cashed in on high liquid asset, partly to cover losses in their margin accounts. Economic data, the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, came in at 95.9%, a touch better than forecasted, but down from the 101 in the prior survey. The expectations portion of this index dropped from 92.1 to 85.3, which is about 3 points lower than the consensus estimates. Now, inflation appeared well under control in February, although the report did not include any influence from the coronavirus. The Consumer Price Index edged up 0.1% from the prior month, or 2.3% on a year-over-year basis, down slightly from the prior month's report. Let's talk about some company news. Digital Realty Trust, which is a G50 holding, rose 11.2% last week as Data Center Real Estate Investment Trust announced it had been cleared to complete the acquisition of Interaction, which includes subsea cable routes to Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and North Pacific. Energy stocks in the G33, G40I, G50 core selected energy sector focused strategies were down 20 to 60% last week alone, following Saudi Arabia's decision to increase production and oil prices. Now, we are reminding everyone to stay safe during this time and not worry about your accounts. This too shall pass. I know it's easier said than done, but we have seen this before. The volatility index, the VIX, has never been higher. It's at the highest point we've seen, but we know the markets are going to come back. That's why we have you properly allocated the way we do. That's why we have some safe money off to the side. We have money in the market. Remember, investing is long term. We are here for the long term, and hopefully we're getting close to where we're going to equalize and start on the rebound. If you just need some insurance, need to talk, give us a call at 855-756-5700, or visit us online, aradvisorsinc.com. Pray everyone is doing well, and we hope to see you next week.